So when Mark asked for Sarah's hand in marriage, he had also asked me how I felt about marrying Sarah, and I said, well, as long as you do the proposal right. At that point, he had actually asked me to come down to Chicago to be a part of the proposal. That's when the best man, Steve, and myself, being the maid of honor, hid in sunflower fields while they walked up a path after they had relived their first date that Mark had planned for Sarah for the evening. At which point we sat there. I had my little camera on constant photo taking, so I have about 150 photos of this quote-unquote surprise that Sarah was supposed to have. The thing about Mark is he cannot surprise for anybody. So he had told me, had told Steve, and subsequently also told Sarah. So Sarah knew this was all going to happen, so they pull up and they start walking down the path, and Steve and I pretend to surprise, at which point he got down on one knee, and to this day I am very, very happy that he did it because he makes Sarah so happy, and they are going to have a very happy and healthy marriage.
Sarah, take you, Mark, to be my husband. I promise to love you anytime and all, as soon as I come. I love you. When we were kids, Sarah, I was the tomboy kid, and she was the little princess, and she had this pink tutu that she would go around the house in all the time, like you couldn't get her out of it. And these sparkly, like I can't overemphasize how sparkly these pink cowgirl boots were that she'd wear with the tutu and stomp around and dance. And this is my sister, right? She is the glitzy girly. When we got into like middle school and stuff, she was all about that limited to shimmer body wash and just everything. Like you couldn't do laundry with her clothes because it was all covered in glitter and it would get on your stuff. So then when I asked my mom about what does Sarah's dress look like, she's like, well, it's a Sarah dress. And I'm like, so a princess dress. And she's like, bingo. It's like, okay. So I have this vision in my head. And then when I saw her in it today with the hair done and the crown and the figure, oh my gosh. Like this is what she has been practicing for since she was prancing around in her tutu and pink cowgirl boots. Like this was the ultimate princess dress and crown, and it was just wonderful. And I'm so glad to be here.
But every time we went on a family vacation, Mark would always buy a hat as a souvenir. So eventually he amassed a pretty large collection of hats. And the neighbors would call him the Mad Hatter. So one time we went on a big family vacation to London, England. And we went to a really fancy hat store. And it was so fancy that they had a special device where they would measure your head to give you like the perfect hat for your head size. So we went there and Mark was in heaven because he got to get the perfect hat just for him.
Friends and family, I am proud to be the first to announce to you Mr.